Hello. In a recent conversation with a client, they mentioned to me, Abby, wouldn't it be nice to own a property in an area that gives you the best of the both worlds, the downtown vibe and the freedom of the suburbs? That actually brought me to this project called Festival Condos, now in phase 2, which is called Grand Festival. Now, some of you may have already heard about it. It's a project by Menkes. They are a very reputable builder and in business for over 65 years now. Festival Condos are in a huge development area near Highway 400 at Interchange Way. For those of you who do not know the area, it is in Vaughan near IKEA, with Highway 7 to the north. To the west, you have Highway 400, to the east, you have Jane Street, and to the south, you have 407. This huge development is soon to become like a new downtown in Vaughan and is on 160 acres of space, which includes amazing lifestyle amenities, natural green spaces, patio restaurants, outdoor theater, European-style shopping, close to transit, about 3 minutes walking distance from the new subway stop. Actually, why don't I bring in a person who can give us more information about this project?
Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Galway from Cornerstone Marketing Realty, and we are here today at the Festival Discovery Center, a 10,000 square foot sales office really designed to showcase not just Grand Festival, but the entire South Vaughan Metropolitan Center community. That's because this is a long-term development powered by Menkes and their partner Quadrail to turn nearly 160 acres into a world-class downtown in Vaughan. In fact, I'm standing in front of a nearly 150 square foot context model that represents this new vision, this promise of a world-class downtown. Now, before we talk about the details of this master plan community, it's important to know the builders and the names behind this new downtown, Menkes and Quadrail. Now, Menkes is one of Canada's oldest and most trusted developers, developing exclusively in the Greater Toronto area for nearly 70 years. And Menkes is so proud that in that nearly 70 years, they have delivered every single project, not one cancellation. The trust of the agents and the clients is so important to Menkes. So you know with full confidence that when Menkes releases a project, no matter the size or scale, that it will always be delivered. Now, throughout their nearly 70 years, Menkes has become pioneers not just in the residential sector, but also the commercial sector. All three branches: industrial warehousing, retail, as well as office. Menkes was the first developer to build a high-rise office tower in the Yonge and Sheppard corridor. Nearly 30 years have passed since the 4711 Yonge Street was built, commonly known as the Procter & Gamble building, and since then they have delivered nearly 30 high-rise towers stretching from Yonge and Finch to Yonge and Sheppard. They've also developed a lot of the innovative office towers in downtown Toronto, like Telus House at 25 York, which is a path-connected, Platinum LEED certified office tower, as well as the nearly completed 100 Queens Quay on Toronto's waterfront, which will be leased in part to the LCBO head office, which is with the province of Ontario. Now, that's just a snapshot of Menkes' commercial contributions. A lot of people are more familiar with their residential portfolio. In addition to developing the residential hub at Yonge and Sheppard, they've also been active in developing the high-rise towers along Toronto's downtown waterfront, like 2013's Harbour Plaza, a mixed-use development about 2.5 acres, and the best-selling project for 2013. And then in 2018, another best-selling project for all of Canada, Sugar Wharf Residences. The phase 1 consisted of nearly 1,500 units, retail as well as AAA tenanted office towers, and of course, fully connected path system to Toronto's Union Station. Now, to go over everything that they've done, both in high-rise and low-rise over the nearly 70 years, it would take a very long time. But we want to make sure that people know that when they're buying into a new downtown, that the developer behind this vision has the capacity not just to provide the new residential component, but also the retail and the office sector. Partnering with Menkes is Quadrail, one of Canada's largest real estate asset firms. In fact, they have offices in nearly 20 different countries, and the value of the portfolios that they manage are $44.4 billion, giving you confidence that in addition to the trust and experience of Menkes, you have the financial support and the international experience to bring to you a new downtown that will be seen on a world-class basis. So now that we know the names behind Grand Festival in the South Vaughan Metropolitan Centre, let's talk about the project we're all here for, Grand Festival. So in front of this model that represents nearly 160 acres, bordered by Highway 407 to the south, Highway 7 to the north, Highway 400 to the west, and Jane to the east. That is what will be this immersive downtown experience, which includes nearly 2.6 million square feet of new office space, 430,000 square feet of immersive indoor and outdoor retail shopping, and 45 acres of active outdoor spaces. That was so important to Menkes and Quadrille when designing this comprehensive urban community, that there was spaces dedicated to outdoor activities. Now, within this 45 acres, you have 20 acres dedicated purely to parkland and green space, meaning that in the center of this new urban center, you have all this amazing outdoor green space. You have 17 kilometers of multi-use paths. This includes hiking trails, biking trails, and a rubberized running track that encircles the entire South Vaughan Metropolitan Centre community. That's specially treated tracks, so you can go jogging and running, and it's going to be less harsh on your joints. This is a very unique experience where people can buy into a new downtown that is not being designed one project at a time, not one developer at a time, but powered in large part by two developers with one common vision, working closely with the City of Vaughan to create a thoughtfully designed downtown that cannot be found anywhere else in Canada. Now, let's talk a little bit about what these thoughtfully designed spaces are. I'm actually standing in front of the southwest quadrant, where you'll find a man-made lake. This is a body of water that is currently being rejuvenated to be a space for water activities like kayaking, and will also incorporate a stage overlooking the water, so the City of Vaughan can put on live music and entertainment events for the entire community. And then north of this, you can see where a lot of this new office sector is going to be located, creating nearly 12,000 jobs for the VMC as a whole. This is also a great perspective to those 45 acres of active outdoor spaces. In fact, there'll be an 18-acre park, which will be an area for community events, farmers market on the weekend, as well as just a space for cultural events for families and professionals to enjoy. Now, if we move up, I can actually give you a better glimpse at the project we're all excited about, and that's Grand Festival. So this is the next phase in what will be the landmark project of downtown Vaughan. Last fall of 2020, we came to market with the first phase, Festival South VMC. 2 high-rise towers, 66 and 55 stories high, 1,300 units, selling out in nearly 2 weeks, making it Canada's best-selling projects for 2020, adding to Menkes' long history of delivering best-selling projects for the entire country. We decided not to let buyers and agents wait and come to market with the next phase, Grand Festival. These are also high-density towers, 47 and 61 stories high, 1,200 units, and these are called Grand for a reason. They sit atop of nearly 70,000 square feet of immersive indoor and outdoor amenities, truly designed for the evolving population. This includes hobby-based spaces like an artist's room, a music studio, children's playrooms. The outdoor area offers a lot of space for outdoor dining, al fresco dining, community gathering, creating that sense of neighborhood within the residents of the high-rise towers. There's also a dog activity area, so residents don't have to leave the high-rise community for their dogs to play with other dogs in the towers. As you step outside the Grand Festival Towers, you are walking into the European-inspired retail promenade, which will be leased to AAA retail tenants, have areas zoned for cafes and restaurants, and really create that live, work, play experience. Now that you've heard a little bit, just a snapshot about what makes this such an anticipated project and special opportunity, not to mention that all of this is being offered just 3 minutes from the VMC Mobility Hub that offers a Line 1 subway connection and also regional transit with Brampton, as well as York Regional. So this is an existing subway station just 3 minutes away, a 3-minute walk on foot from residents at Festival and Grand Festival. It truly has all the key ingredients and more of a thriving downtown. And you have the opportunity to buy in at the very early stages. So if you don't want to miss out, please make sure to contact a trusted real estate broker who's working closely with the developer and marketing brokerage. We are launching early April, so it is coming up fast and you don't want to miss out.
To receive first and exclusive access to the price list and the floor plans, you can reach me at 647-889-3107, 647-889-3107.